Good day, everyone. On behalf of our group, we would like to say welcome. Welcome to our presentation about the chosen best outfits in pre-calculus for first semester. Hello, teachers, and hello, classmates. We are the Calo team, combination of the students who came from Calo and my team. Before we officially start our presentation, let me introduce our group members. We are grade 11 STEM students. And first, we have Franz Tirado. He is one of the researchers in the presentation together with Erica Jane Cilindro. And me, Mayel F. Gallardo, the group leader. And lastly, we have Alexis Kate Villegas, the summarizer. Despite of the situation that we are going through right now, we are all doing our best to not be affected with the pandemic, but rather, we take this as an opportunity to learn, improve, or to develop our skills. And this is the presentation all about, to present to you the best outputs that we've had and learned in this subject. So together, let's relax and enjoy the presentation. The first topic that we discuss in our first quarter is all about conics. And what do we mean when we say conics? A curve generated by intersecting a right circular cone with a plane is termed as conic. A conic section, or simply conic, is a curve obtained as the intersection of the surface of a cone with a plane. It can also be described as the locus of a point P moving in the plane of a fixed point F known as focus, and a fixed line D known as directrix, with a focus not on D in such a way that the ratio of the distance of point P from focus F to its distance from D. And every conic section has certain features, including at least one focus and directrix. We have different types of conics, and sections are formed by the intersection of a plane with a cone, and their properties depend on how this intersection occurs. We have circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. First, let's talk about circle.
Circle is the first type of conic section. Circle is formed when the plane is horizontal as it intersects the cone. This is the best output in the performance task in circle. For the output, we are tasked to take a picture of a things that can be found at home that has a shape of circle. In here, I've used the cup of a peanut butter. The center point of my circle is 0 and 0 and its radius is 5. Trivia time! The circle is a special case of an ellipse. Sometimes, the circle is mentioned as a fourth type because calculating with a circle is easier than with an ellipse most of the time. The conic sections are known at least since 200 BC, when Apollonius of Perga studied of their properties.
So next, ellipse. Ellipse is formed when the tilted plane intersects only one cone to form a bounded curve. This is the best output in this topic. We are asked to solve the given problems and perform the performance task, which is to take a picture of a things that can be found at home that has a shape of ellipse. In here, I've used the plate and determined the center, foci, co-vertices, and vertices. Trivia time! The ellipse was first studied by Menaechmus. Euclid wrote about the ellipse and it was given its present name by Apollonius. The focus and the directrix of an ellipse were considered by Pappus.
In the third type of conic section is parabola. Parabola is formed when the plane intersects only one cone to form unbounded curve, resulting in a U-shaped curve that lies on the plane. This is the best output in this topic. We are asked to solve and graph the following problem set. Trivia time! The name parabola is due to Apollonius, who discovered many properties of conic sections. It means application, referring to application of areas. Concept that has a connection with this curve, as Apollonius had proved. The focus directrix property of the parabola and other conic section is due to pappus.
The last type of the conic section is hyperbola. Hyperbola is the plane intersects both halves of the cone, producing two separated unbounded curves. It's trivia time! Scientists and engineers establish radio stations in positions according to the shape of a hyperbola in order to optimize the area covered by the signals from a station. This is the best output about iconic functions. We are tasked to determine if the given problem is circle, ellipse, hyperbola, or parabola. It's trivia time! The knowledge of conic sections can be traced back to ancient Greece. Menaechmus is credited with the discovery of conic sections around the years 360 to 350 BC. It is reported that he used them in his two solutions to the problem of doubling the cube.
For the second quarter of our first semester, we tackled about trigonometry, the unit circle, right triangle, and applications involving right triangle. And first, let's talk about trigonometry. The study of angles and the angular relationships of planar and three-dimensional figures is known as trigonometry. The trigonometric functions is also called the circular functions. And trigonometry is a system that helps us to work out missing or unknown side lengths or angles in a triangle. And now, I present to you the best output in this topic. It is from Mayel F. Gallardo, and in this session, this is her answers from the task given by this session. So in this topic, we are asked to find the complement and supplement of each angle, to determine the quadrant in which each angle lies, to sketch each angle in standard position, and to determine the coterminal angles for each angle, and solving problems. And now it is a trivia time! Mathematician Hipparchus is the father of trigonometry. The first known table of chords was produced by the Greek mathematician Hipparchus in about 148 BC. Although these tables have not survived, it is claimed that 12 books of tables of chords were written by Hipparchus, and this makes Hipparchus the founder of trigonometry.
So now, let's move on to trigonometric function. Introducing sine, cosine, and tangent. There are three basic functions in trigonometry, each of which is one side of a right-angled triangle divided by another. This is the best outputs for this topic. We are tasked to identify, evaluate, and use a calculator to solve the given problems. It's trivia time! So trigo means triangle and metric means measure. Hence, measure of angles of triangles. The functions used for measuring the angles are trigonometric functions.
Then let's proceed to the next topic, the right triangle trigonometry. A right triangle has three sides, which can be uniquely identified as the hypotenuse adjacent to a given angle theta or opposite theta. This is the best outputs for this topic. For the output, we are tasked to answer the following exercises. Using the Pythagorean theorem, determine the trigonometric function and use trigonometric identities. Trivia time! The longest and shortest side of a right triangle. In any triangle, the longest side is opposite the largest angle, and the shortest side is opposite the smallest angle. Thus, in a right triangle, the hypotenuse is always the longest side. And for the last topic, application involving right triangle. The angle of elevation is when you are measuring the angle from the floor or the ground. Next is the angle of depression. It is the angle of depression is when you are measuring from a ceiling. This is the best outputs in this topic. We are assigned to match the trigonometric function to its definition, fill in the blanks, and to solve the given problem. It's trivia time! Trigonometry can be used to roof a house, to make the roof incline in case of single individual bungalows, and the height of the roof in buildings. It is used in naval and aviation industries. It is used in cartography, creation of maps. Also, trigonometry has its application in satellite systems.
And that's it. Congratulations for reaching this point. I hope that you enjoy and like our presentation showing the chosen best outputs that we've had in the first semester. And thank you for your cooperation, everyone. But before we officially end this video, we want to leave a remarkable quote from Jennifer Lim saying, "Mistakes are proof that you are trying." In life, it's natural to make mistakes when attempting to achieve our objectives. What matters is how we overcome our obstacles. And it's like solving problems in calculus. We make mistakes, but what's most important is on how we are going to apply what we've learned to solve the problems. Again, we are the Calo team, students from grade 11 Fedel Mundo, and may you all have a blessed and wonderful day.